Bathroom Breaks and Bedtime Tales presents They Brought Water Cannons to a Freedom Fight by Sevastian Winters. The organizers told us to sing louder than I fear. It's the first thing my sister whispers to me as we sneak through the back gate of Carver High, shirts untucked and fists already sweaty. Ruby's 14 and built a stubbornness and fire. I'm 12 and scared out of my shoes. The sun isn't even high yet, but the heat is already coiled in the air like a warning. My collar sticks to the back of my neck. There's a chalky dryness in my throat I can't swallow down. We cut across a yard full of crushed soda bottles and cracked toys, past a sleeping hound curled up beside a rusted trike, until we reach the sidewalk where other kids are gathering. Ruby tightens her ponytail with one hand and grabs mine with the other. "We don't run today," she says. "We march." I don't know exactly what we're marching for entirely, but I know I like the idea of freedom and equal rights. And I trust my sister. Sure, she's annoying sometimes, but she takes care of me, and I take care of her. She tugs my hand and pulls me into the tide of kids moving down 16th Street. There must be 200 of us, maybe more. Shoes scuff concrete, boys whisper jokes and get elbowed by girls trying to sing. Someone hums, "Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round." The melody trembles in the air like it's trying to believe itself. The morning sun splits through the oaks that hang like old spirits over Kelly Ingram Park. Dust floats in golden beams above the grass, where dewdrops cling to flattened clovers like tiny promises. Our Sunday shoes slap the sidewalk. My stomach growls from skipping breakfast. Someone passes me a sign, "I am a man," and I hold it like it weighs 100 pounds. Across the street, white men with helmets and clubs form a wall. I see they sunglasses first, then they eyes behind them, cold, narrow, waiting. Some have gas masks hanging at their hips. One leans against a fire truck, arms crossed, like he's daring us to do something. I hear radios squawking, dogs barking, and fire trucks. 3 of them, engines still running. The diesel fumes drift over like hot breath. I squeeze Ruby's hand. "We're just kids. They won't hit kids, will they?" I ask in a low whisper. She doesn't answer, and I can see it in their eyes. They will. They don't care if we're kids. We're still black, and that's all they see. The preacher's voice rises from a megaphone. "God walks with the righteous," he calls, and we shout amen like thunder. My chest vibrates from it. I feel the echo inside my ribs. I'm shoulder to shoulder with other boys from church, knees knocking under denim. The girls sing "We Shall Overcome," high and soft like doves trying to fly through smoke. The park fills with light and heat and hope. It's like Sunday come to meeting, 'cept with fewer adults. This is a kids' march, a sea of young black faces marching for our own respect. They told us we gotta fight for our own future. I kinda get it, but Ruby understands it better than me, and she's mad. A paper flyer floats past like a leaf in the wind, then is soaked mid-air by a spurt from the hose. Then Bull O'Connor shows up, and after him the dogs come. A line of German shepherds yanks forward on their leashes, barking like war drums. The sound cuts through the singing. A boy up front tries to bolt. He's tackled, screaming. A baton comes. Ruby jolts. I feel her whole body stiffer next to me. "Stay with me," she orders, tugging my hand. But the crowd surges, and the cops shove forward, and something in me, some stupid panic thing, lets go. Her hand slips from mine. I shout her name, but it's drowned by a blast. The fire hoses and water cannons hit with a roar, and water slams through the park like a freight train. Bodies fly, banners rip, screams pierce the spray. A little girl hits the pavement near me and doesn't get up. My legs stumble over themselves. I duck behind a statue and yell again, "Ruby!" No answer. The water's still coming. I scramble through wet grass and mud, darting between benches, looking for her. The ground is slick. My palms burn where I fall, and everything smells like pavement and panic. I see a boy shielding his little sister with his body. I see a teenage girl get dragged away by two cops, her braids swinging. I see a dog clamp onto someone's leg and not let go. And I see the back of Ruby's yellow dress. She's across the street now, standing on the steps of the church, soaked and trembling, but still upright. She's yelling something I can't hear. Her eyes scan the crowd like searchlights. I try to run to her, but a cop grabs my arm. "Where you think you going, boy?" His grip is iron. It burns through my shirt sleeve. I twist. I kick. His face contorts, all red cheeks and spit, and I think he's going to hit me. Then someone tackles him. It's a grown man. Must be a father, maybe a teacher. The two of them wrestle in the mud, boots slipping, fists flying. "Run!" he shouts at me. "Go!" I go. The pavement burns my feet through my shoes. My lungs feel like they've been scrubbed raw by chlorine. The water chases me like a beast, snaking in currents across the sidewalk. I dodge between hedges, leap a fence, and crash into a bush on the other side. I lie there panting, heart punching my ribs while sirens wail. A crow flutters from a branch overhead. Somewhere a baby cries from a window. I don't know how long I stay like that, pressed into the dirt, arms over my head, tears leaking sideways into the soil. Long enough for the hoses to stop. Long enough for the chance to fade. Long enough for me to think maybe Ruby's gone. But then I feel a hand. Her voice is shaking, hoarse. "You okay?" I nod, too hard. Snot clogs my nose. I don't care. She pulls me up and hugs me so tight I can't breathe. Her whole body is trembling like a wind-up toy that spent all its charge. "I'm sorry I let go," I mumble into her shoulder. "No," she says. "You held on as long as you could." That night, we sit on the porch steps, scraped and bruised and smelling like wet concrete. Our shoes are ruined. My jeans are torn. Ruby has a goose egg on her elbow the size of a plum. The porch light flickers above us like it's not sure it wants to stay on. Mama doesn't yell when she sees us, just kneels and touches our faces like she can't believe we're real. Her fingers linger at my collarbone like she's checking for breaks. She wraps us in towels, feeds us cornbread. Her hands shake when she pours the milk, but she doesn't spill a drop. "Was it worth it?" she finally asks, voice low. Ruby looks at me, then back at Mama. "They saw us," she says. "They can't unsee it." "I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if it changes anything," replies Mama softly. "But I know we sang louder than our fear, and I understand it now." "Well then, Mama," I say with confidence, "then we'll just have to go back again tomorrow and show them all again." Ruby smiles at me and takes my hand proudly, and I resolve, come hell or more water cannons, I'll never let go again. Author's note: this story is inspired by the 1963 Children's Crusade in Birmingham, Alabama, a bold and heartbreaking moment in the American Civil Rights Movement. Over the course of several days in early May, thousands of black children and teenagers left their schools to march peacefully for desegregation. Many were met with violence from city officials under the direction of Public Safety Commissioner Bull Connor. The images of children blasted by fire hoses, attacked by police dogs, and dragged into paddy wagons shocked the world and forced a national reckoning. Kelly Ingram Park, across the street from the 16th Street Baptist Church, became the epicenter of that confrontation. It was not just a protest site. It was a battlefield of courage where young people risked their bodies to claim a future. Their bravery helped move the needle of justice in America, leading to the eventual passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Though the characters in this story are fictional, every act of violence and resistance described here is rooted in historical fact. This is not just a tribute to the children who marched, but a reminder. Sometimes the youngest among us are the ones who teach a nation how to stand.